Hello, my name is Kriostix and welcome back to Dirt Rally and to my video series of 100 years of Finland. And this is indeed the point of this video series, that in December of this year, Finland will turn 100 years old, and that is pretty awesome. So I want to make this a little series of me either playing, games where I either play in Finland, or play as someone from Finland, or play as a team from Finland, or has something to do with Finland. So now we're doing the Rally of Finland, the third part of, I would have to imagine, 4 parts of Dirt Rally, the Rally of Finland. And with that, let's start. And as you can see, our car is extremely broken. This is, I think, the 7th stage of this rally out of 12. And to make things worse, we are driving indeed as a broken car, pretty much. And this is maybe the hardest stage in this entire rally. Not only is it nighttime, which just makes it a whole, just a full order of magnitude harder, but also it's the longest one. It's the longest one, with also the one in the last video being as long, but just reversed. So that's the point. So if you've been seeing already some of the same scenery but maybe reversed, that's the reason. These stages, half of them are just reverses of each other, so that's the point. And also, if you see the exact same scenery twice, even from the same direction, the reason for that is that some of these stages kind of overlap. So they do indeed cover some of the same ground, so that's normal. And I'm trying to drive a bit more careful than usual, but we'll see how that goes. And indeed, a couple of points also here. I am not a pro driver at this. This is not a pro run. This is a mistakeful run, and you'll see a lot of mistakes here, I'm sure, as I'm sure you've already seen many if you are, a perfect rally line kind of a person and such, so that's gonna happen. So it's just for fun. And I'm driving against the difficulty Community Delta, meaning that the time I'm driving against is, I believe, the average of every person who has driven this stage at, I would have to imagine, this class of car. That was a bit harrowing there for a second. And so that's what we're working with. And we've built a bit of a neck already, a bit of a lead against that time, but some mistakes will really do some damage to my time here. If I ever start crashing a lot, which might happen, and if I break any tires, that'll be minutes off, I think. And if I indeed drive either into the people, or sometimes even just close to the people, and drive, out of the road in that way, it's always 15 seconds of penalty from that, and I believe changing a tire might even be 2 minutes. I'm not still sure, I haven't checked, but so leads can be very, very quickly diminished away. God, this is hard. I just realized there was a bit of a square left coming, yes. God. And now I'm forgetting, did I already mention... crap. Did I mention in this video that if I indeed fuck up my headlights, I will then have to drive the entire remaining part of the stage without any headlights, which makes it just impossible to do well. You won't be able to see shit. That's really something that. Whew. So yeah. And I could have done that hairpin a bit more gracefully, but at least we didn't hit anything, I suppose. And we just need to keep our composure here and try to make it through. And I don't know if this looks easy, but I promise you it's really, really not. The control of the car is just amazingly difficult to keep in hand, you know. It's wow. As I mentioned, this is the Dark Souls of rally games, and it's earned. This is so hard. I almost lost it there. Good fucking It's really like you can immediately feel when you've made a tiny bit of an error, in the sense that you lose your feel to the road, and you know you're in for trouble. God. I'm trying to be careful, but I'm also trying to be fast, which usually means that I start fucking up at some point. Also, indeed, in other stages I've done better. 18 seconds ahead is not bad, but I've done better in these sorts of lengths before. But indeed, the point is, it's a night stage, so I'm driving a bit slower than usual, I would have to imagine. And also that my car is real broken. Especially indeed as the picture shows, in the radiator and in the engine, which means I lose some of the power. It's not in peak condition, so to speak. And we actually won't be able to fix, I believe, this car after this stage. We need to drive another stage with these damages, and only then we will be able to fix some of it. And even only some of it, because I was worried there. That jump was nasty. Okay, and yeah, so this is gonna be an endurance challenge, and it'll be only worse the longer we go on. Come on. We're getting not quite there, but we're like a minute away from the end, roughly, I think. Judging from the, you know, the markings on the left there. In that column. I'm on the second to last part of the stage. I believe you won't be able to see that anymore because my face is probably over that exactly, but trust me, it's the one before the last. Oh god. I'm glad I took that a bit slower, because that jump would have really fucked me up. Okay. Come on. And indeed, I am not driving completely with my ears, meaning that I might miss some of the notes and do an embarrassing just trying to turn right when there's actually a left at some point. It might actually happen, man. So, yeah. And we're indeed now in the last part, oh god, of this stage. And, oh fuck. Phew. Into right 4, but it was a bit too early for me. God. Okay. No, we're fine. We're going. Okay, that's a bit of a mistake. I told you that could happen. And now that my memory really serves me, that is a mistake I do really often. It's really deceptive, that. It says right 4 just before you see the road. And then you try to turn right, but it's a left. But it's not wrong, it's just that the notes are so far ahead that the notes are speaking of the next turn at that point. But it's really hard to keep in mind that, but phew. Okay, but we made it through with one, you know, semi-bad hit to, you know, but I'll take it, sure. God. That is so hard. I mean, ooh. If you haven't played this game, these sections are so difficult, I promise you. And the control is just, it's really hard to keep the car in your grip at all times. It's just, whew. Nasty, nasty, man. Very, very nasty. But yeah, the names here are made up, even because they are indeed well, here's a good example. These two are, if you look at the map, they are the reverse of each other, even though they have different names, which is just odd, but sure. So this should be just Pitkäjärvi and Pitkäjärvi reverse, for example. But yeah, stage 8, meaning we don't get to do any repairs, so we need to be real careful here. And hope that the car has enough left in it to get through, but at least that the stage is much shorter than the one before, so we have that going here. And now I might be relaxed into a false sense of security and I'll just fuck up somewhere real easy this time. But man, that daylight looks comforting again. After that long-ass night stage. Ooh. Just keep going. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, we're still going forward though. I realized immediately that was a bad jump. Bad jump, bad jump. And the control is really slipping away from me. Okay, focus, focus. Come on. Come on. Still 3.7 seconds ahead. That's weird. I mean, I made a solid mistake there. And still 3.7 seconds ahead of the Delta. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Because I've had multiple stages where I'm barely ahead at the first, you know, checkpoint. So, I don't know. Okay, okay. Ooh, come on, come on, come on. We can do this, we can do this. Come on. Just try to keep it cool. And those shadows are really distracting. It's hard to keep your eyes on the road and understanding what you're seeing when those shadows keep doing that. That they're just everywhere, just doing that zebra thing on the road. God damn. Ugh. And if the sound jumped a bit there, that did it for me too. I don't know why that sometimes happens. I think it's like a performance thing in maybe the recording thing or something. So that's normal. Okay, Route 5. Oh, that was slippery. Come on. Ooh, ooh. They did say caution. Ow. We're fine. We're fine. We're going. God. I'm really just losing my concentration here. It's really hard to do this and talk, and on top of that, just I'm not very good at the endurance runs in these. Still ahead of the Delta though, and actually I still made a difference against the Delta in that, you know, section, even though I did that bad for the fuck up. Okay, just keep going, keep going. There we go. There we go. Man, this is ooh, hard. It's so thin, the area here. It's narrow. But we're almost at the end. Right 5 tightens 4 crest. And left 5 over crest. 40 past junction. Crest. And left 5 hard long to finish. That was a tricky end there, but we did it. Okay, yeah, that was a bit of a couple of bad mistakes there, but that's just gonna happen, man. 26, not terrible, but I've done better, obviously. Bad mistakes there. Whew. Okay, we're 4 minutes ahead of the Delta in the entirety of this thing at this point, which is good. And now if I understand again correctly, I will now be able to fix the car a bit. A bit, mind you, not fully. It's only, there's a time limit to, you know, or there's a limit to how much you can fix, and it turns those fixes into used time, and you have therefore a time limit with those. So there is that. Whew. Man, it's actually kinda intense here. No, seriously, don't cut. Very true. That means that, you know, there's often in the insides of corners there's rocks or something which you'll then hit and just it'll stop your car if you try to cut through that spot. Yeah, that's a lot of damage, man. Ooh. Well, we did what we could, but it's gonna be still really busted. Oh, okay. Well, 4 stages left. And I had to do a bit of a cut here because I had the most horrible coughing fit during the stage, so I had to now restart the stage because it sounded horrible. It felt like something scratching the inside of the neck with something super sharp in a, you know, large area, and it just wouldn't go away. Coughing. I had to stop, go get some water, just take a bit of a breather, and now just, you know, do the stage again. So let's just then start. And mistakes were made, of course, yes, but nothing super dramatic, no barrel rolls or such and such, but yeah. But I had to restart. It sounded horrible. I couldn't just keep cutting through the stage to avoid the coughs, which was just constant. No. It's just, I just had to restart the stage. But that then means that I have now driven a little bit of this a moment ago, but it's not gonna help me that much because all of this just looks very samey. All these stages are just jumbled up in my mind as gravel road in forest, gravel road next to fields, and it all looks the same to me, so I can't remember a squat of what I just drove through. Ah. And also I think it's pretty okay because my intention was indeed not to drive a, you know, a record-breaking pro run of, a pro run of this rally. More like just me driving through the rally of Finland and trying to have a good time while doing it and doing more or less, you know, the best I can with my rusty skills here, and celebrate the fact that we have 100 years of Finland in this world in, you know, December, so this year. So I think we're still, you know, kind of fine here. It doesn't really break the idea here if I had to restart a stage, I hope. So let's just try it. Oh, now I felt that the control was almost gone there. Okay. Keep going. Ooh, I'm trying to focus here, and I don't like the sound the car is making. It sounds like it's pretty much leaking steam or something. God. Okay. I'm trying to reach the end with some sort of dignity here with my broken ass car. Oh god. Yeah, engine is not okay is the answer, but we're going forward, so don't worry about it, yes. Whew. Man, this is narrow. And the edges are deep, man. The ditches, I mean, yeah. Ooh, close. I felt I was literally one, you know, fraction of a second away from absolute disaster there. If I couldn't have, you know, hit the brakes at that moment, I would have flown right out of the road. Fuck. Okay, still going. Okay, careful. Okay. It's the last part. We'll see. Oh god. Oh fuck. Okay. I'm really not paying attention to the notes even close to as much as I should. I'm sorry. There we go.
Right 6 into crest bump, 60.
There we go again.
Left 4 over over.
Could have gone better, but
60 past junction,
we're still
2 small
intact.
left, 100 over bridge.
Here we go.
Right 6
Ooh.
over 100 past junction. To finish.
And to the end. 34 seconds and something ahead of the Delta. Whew, okay. But yeah, I don't know if it... You might even a tiny bit hear it from my voice, that it's a bit more... I feel a bit more sharp in a weird way in my voice. It's just... The coughing fit really got to me there. It was weird. But... With that said though, I am all out of time for this episode. I will finish up this rally in the next one, and I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do drop a like or a comment, or even subscribe or share if you want to. It would really, really help, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time.